2 federal indictments, 10 underage victims spanning 20 years. Singer R.Kelly arrested Thursday night walking his dog outside his Chicago Trump Tower apartment.
Same charge he had before.
Is in there right now in jail. I want to know where my daughter is.
Today, Kelly's publicist confronted by the family of Joycelyn Savage, who claimed their daughter is being held by Kelly against her will.
Where is she at? Answer that question.
The new charges accuse Kelly of instructing former manager Darrell McDavid to recover pornographic videos that Kelly allegedly filmed of himself having sex with minors that went missing.
Do you want to say anything?
McDavid pleading not guilty Friday to paying victims and their families hundreds of thousands of dollars for the videos and their silence. Prosecutors accuse Kelly and McDavid of instructing victims to provide knowingly false testimony to investigators in exchange for cash, even paying potential witnesses off during Kelly's 2008 trial.
It's unfortunate that the vendetta against Robert Kelly is extending to the people he's had a professional relationship with over the years.
Kelly appearing in federal court Friday wearing a bright orange jumpsuit.
I think it's the worst case of piling on I've ever seen.
Kelly's attorney, Steve Greenberg.
I'm amazed that he hasn't had a complete breakdown in the face of all of this and the pressure, and the pressure on his career is basically, in many respects, it's collapsed.
I am confident that the investigation collected overwhelming evidence.
Kelly also hit with a 5-count indictment out of New York. Prosecutors allege for over 2 decades, the defendant was the leader of a racketeering enterprise. The enterprise recruited women and girls to engage in illegal sexual activity with the defendant. He's also accused of transporting a victim across state lines. CBS 2 analyst Stephen Block.
I think it's likely we will find out in the coming weeks and months that there are people who used to be close to Mr. Kelly who have now turned against him.
For 20 years has preyed on women and children. And now it's time. Now it's time.
And if convicted, Kelly could face up to 195 years in prison, effectively a life sentence. Kelly will be back in court on Tuesday, Brad.
These indictments appear to be a complete game changer. We know there were local investigations in Atlanta, Detroit we broke, of course, here in Chicago that led to state charges. What will happen to the state cases, namely here in the state of Illinois, state cases with now federal cases pending?
Right, back in February, those initial indictments came down here in Cook County, and there's been a series of further charges in recent months. Those will likely take a backseat since these federal charges came down today. Obviously, whenever you get hit with federal charges, that is very serious.
Yep, feds first. Okay.